All right, guys, appreciate you getting with me. This is Jesse and Braden. Both you
Mm.
guys have been actually absolutely crushing our in-house leads and script. So, Jesse, if you can start us off, we really want to make this super educational for people. Um, these guys are both riding at a super high clip, 50 plus thousand a month in issued business with our in-house leads and our script. And we just want to kind of lay out a video that's best practice for how a new agent or new to IULs can find the most success with our system, our leads, our script, our process. Jesse, you can kick it off.
Gotcha. So, I mean, I don't do anything really special. I just read the script, put in some personality into it. My biggest thing is just being confident and actually having like tonality where it matters. And then as well as just kind of understanding client, what they're looking for, and then kind of basing everything that you say kind of revolves around that. And it's just going to continue to like make them want the product. And biggest thing I've noticed as well is like I mean, it's not rocket science. It's reading a script that anybody can read. Just read it word for word, add in your own touch here and there, and I mean, anybody can do it.
No, for sure. Yeah, it comes down to a
And
script. So I
then
use, yeah,
Braden
my
talked a
bad.
little bit about how when a lead comes in, to your spreadsheet or your CRM, how you kind of attack that and how that unfolds throughout the first day you get the lead.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm calling the lead within 5 minutes just because it's fresh and something grabbed their attention. It's one or two things: they're ready to buy or they're ready to be informed about something. Either or, it's our job to inform them and our job to put something in place for them to better their future. Because obviously they don't have enough in place or they don't have anything in place. So I'm calling them within 5 minutes. If they don't answer, I'm either going to do one or two things. I'm going to say their name and a question mark. I'm going to, text them their name, question mark. If they reply yes, I'm giving them a call back just to get their attention. They don't know who I am, so they're not going to read it and be like, yeah, actually, I'm good. Or I'm going to do, hey, Shelly, this is Braden Hernandez with the IUL department. You just showed interest in the IUL ad that you just saw, and you put blank for your primary goal. Awesome. I did that today, and I scheduled an appointment for 1 o'clock and just closed it. So being direct, but also catching their attention and
That's
getting
good,
them to
dude.
reply as soon as possible.
That's good. And then how many times are you calling them throughout the day? Like that first day you get the lead.
Yeah, so I'm calling them 3 times in the morning if it comes in the morning. I'm calling them 3 times in the afternoon, and I'm calling them 3 times in the evening.
Okay. So when you
And the
say
next,
three times, it's like just dial, 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 right
boom,
back to
boom.
back to back, and then you'll wait, about midday and then again in the evening.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. And then what if let's say a lead comes in the evening? You just kind of same thing, but except you'll call it that evening and then morning, midday
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. It depends what time it is. If it's real late, like 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
I'll send a text
Okay.
so it's fresh on their mind in the morning. They don't
Sure.
see it right away. But yeah, if it's like 9 p.m. and over, I won't call just because I wouldn't want to be called at that time, if I'm being completely honest.
Sure.
Put myself in the client's position. But I'm for sure calling as soon as I wake up in the morning. That's most definitely going to happen for sure.
Love it, dude. And then in terms of um Jesse, for you, um our script really is the goal is to uncover if there's a problem that the client has and that's why they fill it out, right? And then if we can offer them a solution, a couple of those things are going to be based on their if they can qualify for the solution that they were looking for with IUL. But talk a little bit about the script and how it can, you know, it gets our clients into apps so quickly, and how you kind of capture that like urgency and the emotion early on in the call.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so
like,
like,
I
I
mean,
mean,
with
with
it,
it,
it's
it's
kind of
kind of
saving our
saving
own
our own
time
time
because we
because
don't
we don't
want
want
to
to
waste our
waste our
time if they're
time if
not
they're not
eligible, if
eligible,
they don't
if
have
they
a
don't have a
job, if
job, if they don't have,
they have like
they have like
horrible
horrible
health.
health.
Um,
Um,
and
and
then
then
on top
on
of
top of
that,
that,
just don't
just don't
over
over
explain.
explain.
Because if you're
Because if you're
sitting there
sitting there
just
just
over
over
explaining your
explaining the
product, it's
product,
going to
it's
give
going
them
to give
that
them that
opportunity to
opportunity to
say,
say,
"Oh, I
"Oh,
need to
I need
think
to
about
think about
this,"
this."
because
Because
then too
then
much
too much
information,
information,
it's just
it's
not
just
good
not
for
good
them.
for
I
them.
mean,
I
they
mean,
just
they
saw
just
an
saw an
ad.
ad.
Video
Video
goes
goes
over well
over well
numbers.
numbers.
Clearly had peak
Clearly had peak
interest.
interest.
So let's just
So
get
it's just
into
get into
that,
that,
see if they're
see if they're
qualified,
qualified,
and I've had no
and I've
issues
had
with
no
it.
issues with it.
Got it. And so for you, Jesse, touch a little bit on like when you first started, right? It's a funnel. So it takes a second for the audience and the targeting. And we are partnered with a really good, marketing team that handles the logistics of that. And so it takes it out of the equation for us. We just trust the process. But early on, right? Targeting, things need to get refined. The CPL, gets better over time. How did you, from a mentality standpoint, how did you keep yourself level and trust the process and trust, how things were set to unfold for you? I mean, obviously, it helps when you see other people around that are using the in-house leads, that are using the script, and they're selling the most they've ever sold before, 40, 50, 60, 80K a month. But how do you capture that mentality, and what advice would you give to somebody who's like just starting a week or two into it, 3 weeks into it, and they're kind of waiting for that to really catch fire for them?
I mean, at the end of the day, it takes money to make money. So I just figured it as they're fresh leads. It's going to get better in the funnel. And I'm going to do what I can with the leads that were given to me during that time and just work them as hard as I can and try to get one. Because I personally know I can sell. And for like the newer agents that are in it, I mean, they're super simple to sell. It's just more or less once that funnel gets refined. So like I started popping off after my second week with the leads, and from there, I mean, they've been great since. It just you got to give it that patience. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a funnel and it's customized towards you, so it's going to take time to be perfect for say.
And Braden, same thing for you, dude. Like, some weeks you have more leads come in and less. How are you able to keep just like a level uh emotional state, week over week, and just trust the process of what you're doing,
Yeah,
and selling at a high level, and knowing that some days or weeks may be slower, but overall, like, your months are going to be really strong.
no, for sure. And you taught this to us at a very like when we first came in, you said, "Hey, if you're not wanting to make something happen, even if you don't have enough, I mean, it's not a good fit for you." So this team's all about making something happen, even if, that something isn't as much. So with that mindset, I'm always going to make the most of what I can with my leads that are given to me. But I know I can sell at the end of the day. With that being said, if you can sell and you stick to, a script, or you stick to a lead flow, at the end of the month, you'll for sure have at least over 40K submitted. It's just being able to stick to a system, not overthink it, um, and just trust the process. Because trust me, like sales comes with slumps. You're gonna have
Yeah.
some days, man, I can freaking sell, man. I sold like 10K today, and then the next day you might not sell anything. It's just like, can I even sell anymore? Well, it comes with confidence, knowing your ability to sell and making something happen. Just trust the process, man. It'll be
Yep.
all good.
100%, dude. And then Jesse, last question for each of you guys. Jesse, what were you selling a month before you started working with us, and working with our in-house system, script leads, all that stuff? What were you doing before you worked with us?
So before like I came out here and everything, I did maybe 13K in like 3 months of sold business. And then I came out here. First month I did 20K issue paid. Second month was 40K issue paid. I'm on track this month for probably 50 or 60. Um, and it all goes down to lead flow, working and being consistent in the business. I mean, you're gonna have highs, you're gonna have lows, but just don't ride the highs and don't ride the lows too much. Just be like level with everything. And it's like Braden said, at the end of the month, you're gonna come out with 40, 50. I mean, with these leads, it's inevitable. There's no way you're not going to.
Same question for you, Braden. When you came to work with us, what were you selling a month before you
Yes, I
got
was
with
probably
us?
selling like maybe 10 on a good month. But as soon as I switched to IULs, I made the transition. I followed a strategy. I showed up every day. I then was performing 50 plus months. So we have the
And what'd you
leads,
just write last month?
80K,
80K,
81.
81.
But we have the systems, we have the leads. If you have a lead vendor and you're having to sell, we have leads that we're just, we're informing our clients, but we're also putting something in place for them. So it's not much as selling, it's providing. So they already know what they want. We're just helping them figure out if it's even a right, give them the right situation, figure out their budget. But dude, they know what they want. So best leads in the game, the best leadership, and most definitely just the best team in general.
100%, dude. I totally agree. I think it's, with what we do with IUL, business is super, non-transactional. It's not salesy. It's very much so just we have a product that offers a solution for a couple of different things. Depending on your goal, we may put it in place if it seems to get you in a better spot tomorrow than you are, today, and we'll do it. If it doesn't, we won't. And I think the biggest thing that sets, our group apart and what you guys have proven is that there's really just two things that can take, an agent or a manager to the next level, and it's resources. So for us, those resources consist of leads, script, training, tech, and mentorship and guidance. And then the second thing is just standards. And I think, for you guys both to come in from, not selling a ton and plugging into those resources, right? And then elevating your game. And then now that's the standard. Now it's
Yeah.
like Jesse's in the office here with us in San Diego, and he's like, looks like his dog died if he sold like 15K that week. He's like, man, I gotta do better because he does some weeks he does 25, 30, but he's doing a really good job of being more level, and it's okay to be competitive. But I think what you guys both touched on in terms of like look at your body of work not from a day to day perspective or a week to week, but like what did I do this month? Like, did you put together a good body of work this month? Because you're gonna have slower days, you're gonna have slower weeks, but am I stringing good months together? And that'll give you the answer if what you're doing is working. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are crushing it, and appreciate you guys giving people kind of some best practice to find success with our in-house systems. So appreciate
Yeah,
you
most
guys.
definitely, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thanks
Sure,
for
it's
the
an
opportunity.
opportunity.